I took a trade to start the session in the direction of all VWAPs, playing with the trend, and it just didn't work out. But we keep a cool head, we wait for our next setup to present, and we find another short in the opposite direction to make it back. So you can see it's a 50-50 day today, ending slightly green from the loss early on. Now let's go into that one to start off. It's a long. It's a break above New York VWAP after the opening range has set. Buyers are back in control, right? Let's go over to yesterday's DRC real quick, and you can see the long we did take there on stream. Beautiful. A pullback at the open. Keep that in mind. Pull back to the open, but to three key VWAPs. The previous day's New York, the overnight, and this blue one as New York. So once buyers take it back, let's go continue trend because it's an overall bullish trend. Take that to today, overall bullish trend, right? Move higher on NFP, pull back at the open. All right, so this could just be like yesterday. It's just a pullback in the bullish trend. I have the overnight, the blue as previous day's New York, and we're breaking above today's New York. So it's kind of the same VWAP alignment, same structure. If this breaks for a new high, I'll say, why wasn't I involved in that? Buyers are back in control. Now, something to be noted is there's no break of the opening range yet. The opening range is its first 15 minutes of the day. I normally like to see a side of it broken at least. In this case, there was none, but you can see I'm entering at 9:49 here. So there wasn't really much time for it to break. It only set a couple minutes ago. But regardless, there's this first break above New York, comes back, but buyers take it right back. So I'm playing the longs, mid-range, stop loss at the bottom, exit at the high, just like we did yesterday. So I'm pleased with the long. If it had worked out, it would have looked just like the previous day. Trading with the trend, all right, but we keep it cool. It makes a strong new low. Boy, was I wrong on the longs wanting to work out. But you don't just keep marrying them. Could I have jumped in a short randomly? Right, I get stopped out around here. Could I short it there, somewhere along here? Of course. I could do a lot of things. I could chase the momentum. Who knows how much gas is going to be in this? But at the end of the day, I got to wait for my pullback. So it comes back to this blue New York VWAP and the black overnight. That's where I want to find my retests. Similar how I bought it off that level, I want to sell it off that level too, this VWAP. So it makes a lower high there. Sellers can't take this low of day VWAP, not an issue. It pulls back to the VWAP again, saying, okay, we're clearly making some lower highs around here. It's been all sellers in control today, clearly. So I'm not going to buy it. I don't think this wants to make a new low of day, I was saying on stream. But I don't think it's going to make a new high of day either. I think this is just going to be the range. I've said a few times I wish I had something to track it. But when we have these strong, exhausting moves at the open, this sharp, this drastically, this quickly, oftentimes that's just the range. We're not going to keep on trending like that all day because that's a lot of momentum, a lot of gas in the tank being used all at once. That's how I view it. Where if it was slow and steady, lower highs and lower lows, yeah, let's trend into the afternoon. But when we see these sharp drops, it's only like, that was it. That was the whole move. Now we're just going to trade within here. So I knew I didn't want to chase breakouts, aka like selling it way down here, needing another new low of day. I knew I didn't want that, but that's fine. I want to get as close to VWAP as possible, as I want to do on all days. Like I said, on strong trending days and weak trending days, I want to make money. So that's going to come from trading consistently around the VWAPs, aka this black retest of the New York and the overnight VWAP. These two VWAPs are the key levels we trade every single day, stop loss above structure. And where do I take it to? The next VWAP, low of day VWAP. I know there could definitely be action around there because we bounced there last time, even just recently. That if it breaks lower, it breaks lower. I don't care. I'm just looking for a small little piece of the move because I know this might not want to trend some more. It's already very exhausted on the day, and I don't want to let this bounce back up for a loss. So now let's take a look at the charts and see how that would have ended up. So you see the big exhausting move. It doesn't end at a new high, but it just doesn't do anything really, right? Slowly buyers step in, but is there another new low of day? No. Is there a high of day? No. This was the range. The most exciting it was until 10:26. The first hour set the range for the day. So my short could have been a little bit longer, I guess, right? Because I shorted it around here on this second retest with the stop loss above. Got out here on this low of day VWAP. Let's mark that up. So I got here on this bounce. I could have held a little bit longer, but I would have had to sat through another pullback. Not the end of the world, but would have had to sat through it longer and then another 40 minutes just for it to drop. It's 12 o'clock. I'm at the gym at that point. So just taking my little base hit because I don't know if this is going to want to trend. That would bring you to, if you took this setup, let's put on that low of day VWAP again, where I'm already out of the trade, this low of day VWAP break. Is it bad? Let's rewind it. What would that have looked like leading into it? Clearly, sellers in control. No one's arguing that. It's all sellers today. You're making consistent lower highs around here. It's just context and experience that are we going to trend lower here into the afternoon? Now, of course, we could. I just get cautious of it when it's this strong of a move and it takes this long for sellers to try to step back in, right? The low is at 10:30. It's now 12 o'clock on the dot. So where were the buyers last hour and a half? Or the sellers, I should say, excuse me, that they clearly took a break. That are they going to just magically step back in again and continue that freight train? Well, they could, but I don't really want to find out. I'd rather be close to VWAP, the higher ones of the New York and the overnight, because then I'll know pretty quickly, are we going to bounce from here or not? If we bounce from here, I could scalp some money. If we don't bounce from here and we go higher, I'm probably just wrong. Right? The worst thing to do, though, would be chase this short and not be wrong on the direction. Kind of just does nothing. Just comes back to VWAP, plays around, chops around, no new nothing being made, right? Because I wouldn't want to buy it down here either because you're below VWAP. So that's kind of just a place where you do nothing. So I think it's really important on many days to try to make money as early as possible, not to make you rush into the markets. But I want to make my money early, get out. I don't care what the trend does for the rest of the day. I mean, I have a YouTube video on it. Let's just go to the regular trading hours real quick and look at the day prior. This was the Thursday I was talking about here, or Tuesday. The Tuesday long I had here in 4 or 5 minutes. I'm out. Made my profit for the day out of the top of the open range high. That's right here. What did it do the rest of the day? A whole lot of nothing. Absolutely nothing. It actually came a little bit lower. But I made money in here. That I want to bag my trending moves. If it doesn't trend in the afternoon, don't care. I'm gone. If it trends in the afternoon, don't care. I'm already green, right? So not needing all of every move, not needing every move, first of all, I don't even care. But it's also just sometimes it only gives a few great opportunities. So you want to try to capitalize on it so you don't miss that and then feel the need to have to stick around in the afternoon and try to make some money out of whatever garbage this is, right? Because you're gonna. If you're not in the green and you're now just getting to the desk here in the afternoon, you're gonna say, okay, what can I do? I gotta do something. I gotta make something of this, but it's just not ideal conditions. So make your money early, get off the desk, enjoy your life, enjoy your profits, come back tomorrow, don't give it on back, right? Because you could have even done that today. Some people were making shorts off this New York VWAP rejection, right? Because buyers take New York, fail, there's our lower high, there's the win. A lot of people scalp that. I didn't love it because it's against that overnight VWAP like I'm saying here on the electronic. But regardless, I don't want to trade into this, right? It's only until it breaks lower does it look like a clean short. But regardless, to each their own. You make money on that move, great. But if you made money on that short and just gave it all back trying to hammer the shorts later on, because there was a few people even selling it here, stop loss at structure, just stopped out. That's never where the stop loss should be. I could promise you that. I think it was on ES. People shorted it here with the stop loss at structure. Yeah, I hated that because it's just never where the stop loss should be. All of us is taught on ASFX TV Futures 2.0, my VWAP strategy of where to put your stops, where to enter, where to get out, all the VWAPs to use. It's all broken down in here for free. Just use the link down below. Use code FIRST to get your first month free to the strategy as well as all the live streams where we're taking these trades. You can see the longs from last Friday. There's my long yesterday. And then we'll upload today and you'll see the losing one to start. But just taking these setups, the stop loss shouldn't be there because that's not where you're wrong on the shorts yet. Now, you would have eventually been wrong, but not that soon that you wouldn't be inclined to have to jump back in, take another loss, jump back in, take another loss, right? See that first idea through until you know you're wrong. Just like this first long I had today. Get me out of that. I'm wrong now. Get me out. I don't want to be looking for longs anymore. But I don't want to be stopped out too soon and then have to take a stupid trade to bounce back, all right? So I appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure you check out the top one sale. Right now for Valentine's Day, it's 50% off Ignite accounts. You can copy trade 10 of them, so that's pretty big. The 50% off part, I know many of you aren't copy trading up to 10, and that's fine. But 50% off, can't complain. And still 60% off your next TradeAvate account if you haven't bought one yet. So sales all around. Find the links down below. Use code EVAN. It's always going to match the best deal that they're running. But I appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys on stream tomorrow morning.